I was very skeptical of the iRobot vacuums, knowing friends who have the older models and them saying the machines were not reliable and just so. After receiving this version and using it for a few weeks, I can honestly say I love it. It took a number of full house vacuums to map everything, about 7. But I am guessing that because we live in a condo with a lot of corners, furnishings, and not a straight floor plan, smaller, more corners. We have a cat and an art studio in our home, so both create a mess. This iRobot Roomba did an excellent job once it mapped every corner. It did a very impressive job of getting into tight spaces and around furnishings. Initially it missed some spots, but after further mapping, it did well. The negatives are it gets stuck on carpets that are not heavy or without rubber backings, but we just bought some carpet tape and it solved the problem. We were impressed with how well the Roomba did when going from floors to carpets to rugs, for the most part, without issue. It is rather loud in full clean mode, but it has a quieter option for a lighter clean. When the Roomba docks itself, the few seconds it takes to empty the bag is quite loud, but it only lasts a few seconds. We especially love the app. You can control everything from the app, from cleaning, to seeing your household maps, to directing the Roomba to clean only specific rooms. The app tells you when the bag is full and needs replacement, when the Roomba needs cleaning, the charge level, and where exactly it is in your house, and you can easily set everything up. I am not that tech savvy and this was very easy. The app allows you to schedule the exact days and times when you want to clean, which rooms, heavy or light clean, and if you decide to stop a cleaning, just press a button and send the Roomba back to its home base. The suction power is the most impressive. With a cat, we tested the suction power of cat kibble and treats, and the Roomba handled them with ease. It leaves a very nice row of vacuuming on rooms it completes. See photo. And it's really nice to come home to a house that you can see was freshly vacuumed. We got a cat toy stuck under the Roomba in the first trial run, and the Roomba let out this warning beep and lit up red to tell us it had an issue. It was very easy to remove the toy from between the rollers, unlike a traditional vacuum where you basically have to take it apart. It even handled cleaning up cat litter spills without problem. Does it get all the way to the edges of the baseboards? Pretty much, depending on the dirt level. It does fabulous in the kitchen and on floors, getting under cabinets really well and sweeping up dirt from edges, but a little less so on wall-to-wall carpet, probably because it's a little harder to sweep up debris from carpeting. But if you clean the baseboards once yourself, the Roomba will take care of the maintenance. It does an excellent job sweeping around furniture legs, bed frames, etc. Mostly because it does a multi-sided sweep, as it will sweep several times from different angles. Mapping the house took some trial and error. Initially it ran over some items, missed a few spots, got stuck in a few tight corners. But after several tries, it finally got the hang of it. Quite impressive. The app coordinates with your home Wi-Fi, and just a few days after using the Roomba we had a notice that there was already a software update. Press a button and in less than 10 minutes, the update was done. Easier than our home computers. The battery life is pretty good once the house is mapped, as mapping takes more time and used more battery. But the Roomba charges rather quickly, so it wasn't an issue. If you had previously asked me if I would pay around $1,000 for vacuum, I'd have told you'd lost your mind. But after seeing how well this machine works, and how well it really does clean, along with the time it saves in effort, no more resting with long vacuum cords, trying to find an available plug in each room, emptying the dirty canisters, etc. I'd 100% say it is well worth the price, and I'd buy another one in a heartbeat. Very pleased, very impressed. Click link in description for purchase and more reviews. The minute I remembered to check to see if Roomba had the clearance to access a sticky trap was the very minute Roomba found said sticky trap. A terrified spider was stuck to one side of the trap while the bright green, zealous Roomba bristles were proudly swirling in the glue. I frantically told Roomba to stop. As I searched for an off button, any off button, but it was too late. The bristles had swirled themselves silly and I was unsticking my fingers from the trap while trying to avoid the freshly glued spider. Lesson number 1. Check clearance of areas where you don't want Roomba to go and make adjustments as needed before vacuuming. The home base for this Roomba follows a basic real estate principle: location, location, location. In Roomba land, this means make sure your toddler doesn't know where the dirt is kept. Otherwise, your toddler may delight in finding home base and opening the cover only to pull out a bag full of freshly collected fairy dust which will quickly be dumped back onto the floor. Lesson number 2. If you have curious toddlers, don't tempt them with your Roomba's home base location, location, location. Finally, this Roomba goes up and over area rugs from hardwood floors. But, sometimes, it swirls them. As in, just twists them up like a bully on the playground then goes on its merry way. Lesson number 3. Bully-proof your rugs. If they are the floppy kind that are easily machine washable, get them out of the playground and into the washing machine while Roomba does its thing. Overall, this is a mostly effective, sometimes too efficient, occasionally annoying robot that is fun to name and keeps the carpets looking decent. I purchased the iRobot Roomba S9 Plus because I have a English bulldog and it sheds. Although, I have a cleaners coming in bi-weekly to clean the house, I still prefer something to vacuum 3 times a week to keep the hardwood floor clean. As the first few weeks of running it, I never got any errors. I know it was learning and mapping was completed. There was no way it could completed the whole first floor on one try. It would just run out of battery middle of the vacuuming, so I divided the areas by zones and scheduled them on certain days. S9 Plus is expensive and if you don't have deep pockets, I would not buy this. In the following months afterwards, I would constantly get error 31 and the unit would require by pressing clean to restart the cleaning mission. But I am never home when I run the cleaning and by the time I get home to reset it, it's already dead. The S9 Plus has its challenges when it comes to kitchen anti-fatigue rubber mats or when it gets cornered and stuck in a jam. I have yet need to contact customer service, but it's been keeping my hardwood floor clean so far, to be honest. Better than Roborock. I think this is weaker than it should be. But as long as iRobot is standing by it so will I. We have a harsh environment. Mohair, wool, angora, and yard debris. Throw rugs tile, hardwood, it climbs like a monkey, and sucks like a porn star. Well, it did before the fan got shredded. UP date I got mine used, returned from Amazon. I just had my second major failure. The roller arm broke in half. iRobot replaced the whole head. The vacuum just broke. Error 30 vacuum error. There are bits that can be heard when picking up the unit. Dust accumulates inside the dustbin and around the interface between the rollers and dustbin. Original, okay, this is better than Roborock S5, software sucked. I had a problem with a low battery preventing setup. Tech support disconnected on me. I believe it was intentional. After 12 hours charging setup finally worked. Auto Clean of Chamber ++ Navigation on Throw Rugs ++ have a floor height difference that makes travel one way, i.e. from living room to dining room. Solved in the kitchen with a mat. iRobot figured it out first pass. Roborock never did figure it out. Wife happener with features listed above. Addendum July 18th Customer Service called customer service when the roller retention arm broke. Clip end broke off arm. Robot dropped its rollers. I called customer service. After a short wait I read the serial number off of the bin chamber. Explained the part with zero delay or hesitation. The representative named the part and dropped ship to my home. I did not have to get angry or yell or nothing like that. It was great. I love it. Receipt pending. It looks like they know about this problem. Don't know if they are going to redesign or beef up that arm. I will definitely stick with the iRobot products. Better brains, better service. Worth a little more. I traded the company. I may buy a fraction. Exclamation mark. Asterisk update April 15, 2020. It just keeps getting better. In a recent software update they now added the ability to select the order you want rooms to be cleaned. It works basically the same way as before where you check a box next to the room name, but now it places a number in the box instead of just a check mark. So, the order you select them in is the order they'll be cleaned. Very cool. They've also improved the accuracy of the keep-out zones, which are like virtual walls. Click link in description for purchase and more reviews.